Let's talk about Melbourne and the chaos of the Melbourne CBD. Forget the traffic issues we've had tonight, but we've got business crying out for people to come into the city. We've got the issue of the second injecting room live and on the table. And we now have the Melbourne City Council knock back $1 million for Australia Day events, not do anything much to get people back into the CBD, but want a grandstand about Australia Day and want it moved when it's not even an issue that they have any control about. It's a federal government issue.
Well, even more perplexing is they've knocked back money for Australia Day events that would have recognised Aboriginal people. So if they're that committed to the cause, as they say they are about Australia Day, they could have taken that money and had I think they call them a morning of mourning, and there's one in the city of Port Phillip. But it is such an insult to the businesses in the city and the residents of the city that the council takes up its time on an issue that the government has already said it is not interested in. If you own a cafe in the city right now, the number one thing is you want people coming into the city Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And a council, a CBD council that is more concerned about Australia Day, not within its remit, not concerned about businesses, deserves to be sacked, to be perfectly honest.
There's a shocking statistic out today from the Property Council in Victoria. 39% only of offices had occupancy for the month of August. Now that's the highest they've had almost in 24 months. Long way away from even halfway full. It's not like that around the country.
No, correct. Well, look, this is the last thing that the Melbourne CBD needs is this continual this virtue signalling and trying to change the date of Australia Day. As Caleb said, there are real issues, but I will pay them credit in one respect, and they knocked back this funding for the morning of mourning. I don't think it's appropriate that government entities actually put on parallel events undermining Australia Day. I mean, do the French have a day of mourning for the French soldiers killed at the Bastille? Do the Cinco de Mayo celebrations have some sort of parallel event as well? We're the only country that engages in this kind of self-flagellation, and we have to get our act together as a country, because if we do not feel pride universally in who we are and our history, yes, we can acknowledge the bad parts, but if we do not have some sort of national unity and pride in our country, then our enemies are going to walk in and take over. We really, really do need to get a bit of mettle in this country and stop this endless self-flagellation. It is not doing anybody any good, and it is not making us more harmonious or diverse or united either.
What a beautiful note to end the night on there with my panel. Of course, national polls say over 60% of Australians do not want the date changed. Only about 15% do.